Well, hello there, and welcome back to Mysteries, and Magics. But Jesus, today's the day, the great saint's birthday, don't you know there, boyo? Ha, faith and begorra. Yes, indeed, we are posting this video on St. Patrick's Day, and since I don't have any green beer, I'll have to settle for a green deck of cards. You'll notice, though, that I'm not using the green cloth, and that is because I have a little symbolic reason for not using green for everything. And this is the reason. This video is going to teach you how to do something called the Ireland Shuffle. But the Ireland Shuffle has nothing to do with the country of Ireland. So we're not going to use the green cloth, but we will use green cards in honor of St. Patrick himself. The Ireland Shuffle actually has much more to do with Chicago, Illinois than it does with the country of Ireland. It also should be called the Jordan Shuffle, but it has nothing whatever to do with the country of Jordan. Okay, that's pretty confusing. So as we used to say on TV in the 70s here back in the States, I will be the explainer and you be the explainee. This shuffle was originally published in 1919 in a book called 30 Card Mysteries by a gentleman named Charles Jordan, who apparently created it. That book was evidently written by a magician by the name of Laurie Ireland. And Laurie was indeed a man, and despite his first name, and he popularized this particular shuffle in his routine, and I would say probably through the 20s, 30s, and 40s, I believe he was active and pretty popular. And so his use of this shuffle came down to us as the Ireland Shuffle rather than what it should be, which is the Jordan Shuffle. All right, so that's what it's from. And Mr. Ireland was from the city of Chicago. So that's the connection to Chicago. You may sometimes hear this called the Irish Shuffle, and that is a complete misnomer. It has nothing whatever to do with the Emerald Isle. It is strictly a man's name, Laurie Ireland. It's named after him. So I'm going to show you the setup before we do the actual procedure, because the procedure won't make any sense unless you know what the setup is. You start out by separating out the colors of the cards, blacks together, reds together. Doesn't matter if the clubs and spades are mixed in together. Doesn't matter if the hearts and diamonds are mixed in together. Just as long as you have the colors separated, like you're doing your laundry, okay? So that's where we start. Now, it's basically an overhand shuffle. I'm going to do it kind of slowly so you can kind of watch what's going on. You take a few clumps of cards, okay? And then when you get down toward the middle of the deck, you start using one card at a time until you're absolutely sure that you're past the middle of the deck, and then you can do the clumps again. Now, you'll notice when I started, I had the blacks on top of the reds. Now look what's happened. The black cards are underneath the reds, okay? And all you've done is really switch the position of the colors of the cards. I'll show you that one more time. It's not really difficult. It's not a difficult concept to master, but I'll just show you how it's done again, because the trick of it is knowing approximately where in the deck is halfway so you can switch back and forth from the packets to the single cards, okay? So you're kind of watching your cards. You do a few packets. You get down to where it's close to the individual cards, and then one at a time, and then you can throw your packets on, and your cards are reversed in color. All right, now what good is this particular shuffle? Well, I'm glad you asked, because in a future video very soon I will be doing a magic effect that will use the Ireland Shuffle. Okay, so I wanted to teach it to you first, give you a chance. I won't say to learn it or practice it, but just to get used to it, because it's very easy to learn, obviously. Just, kind of go a little bit slowly until you kind of get the smoothness of it. I did it slowly in the video so you could see what you need to do. And once you have that down pat, you'll be ready to do the magic effect that I will show you using this particular shuffle. Okay, so that's it for today. Have a happy St. Patrick's Day, and don't get too sloshed on green beer. But in the meantime, again, I want to thank RP Magic Shop in Ludlow, Massachusetts for sponsoring this channel. And again, his website link is down below. If you like what you saw today, please give the video a like, subscribe. Please leave a comment if you want. I know this isn't a real spectacular video because it's just a demonstration of a very basic shuffle. So, if you have something you want to say or question you'd like to ask, please do so. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and this is Mysteries, Mysteries, and Magics saying, always leave them baffled.